These are the AP Environmental Science Unit guidelines that we will use for the 2020-2021 school year. So what is environmental science? Throughout this course, we will be learning different topics related to the environment, including ecology, human population, pollution, and global change. In addition to learning about these topics, we will also cover science practices that are needed for your AP exam. This will include anything from experimental design, data analysis, writing skills, and math skills. And again, we're going to be working through these throughout the entire year to really help you prepare for your AP exam. So to do this, we will look at different units throughout the year. Each unit will consist of 1 to 3 chapters, really just depending on the content that we're covering. So for example, this first unit or this first topic that we're going over only consists of 1 chapter. So it shouldn't be too bad for this first exam. And again, this information can be found in our course workbook and in Canvas. So our course is going to be broken, or each chapter is going to be broken into reading guides, vocabularies, lectures and notes, a case study or an article analysis, quizzes, and exams. So the first thing that you'll see in your course workbook or on Canvas are reading guides. Each chapter will consist of a reading guide to help you dig deeper into the textbook material. So this is a way for you to get the content before you start taking your notes. So if you're reading the textbook, you will answer the questions that have been provided in addition to the vocabulary. The vocabulary on the reading guides are matching, so you will not need to write down any kind of vocabulary terms. These will need to be completed on your asynchronous study times, as there will not be time during our synchronous teaching times to go over these. The next thing that you'll see in your course workbook or on Canvas is your chapter vocabulary list. Vocabulary is key to your success on this AP exam. So we've seen in the past that students who did really well on multiple choice really lost points on the FRQ portion due to vocabulary. So we want to make sure that we're taking the time and really understand these vocabulary terms. So each chapter will have a vocabulary list that will need to be completed and then submitted via Canvas. So you will need to handwrite these, and again, all the instructions will be posted on Canvas for you as well. But you will need to handwrite them and include your name, the date, and what class period you're in. If you decide to type these, they cannot be submitted in Canvas. You will need to handwrite them unless it was discussed with your teacher prior. In addition, some of these words will be posted on your quiz at the end of the week, which we'll cover in a few slides. The next thing you'll see is a note sheet. In Canvas, each chapter will have a PowerPoint presentation of the notes. It is your job to go in and complete the notes on your own. So if you are a virtual or a face-to-face learner, you will need to take the time to complete these notes ahead of time before our synchronous day, which is Wednesdays and Fridays. So you'll complete the notes at home, and then when we take our synchronous days, that's when we'll focus on key concepts and answer any questions that you have. So a good skill to use is while you're taking your notes, if you have any questions or you don't understand something, maybe write out your question to the side or highlight or underline so that way you can remind yourself to ask that question during class on those synchronous days. The note sheets, again, are going to be in your course workbook and on Canvas, so if you lose something, you can always reprint them. After the PowerPoint notes posted in Canvas, you will see that there will be a case study. Each chapter will have a case study or some kind of article analysis that looks at a current or relative event to each topic. This year, College Board added this skill to our AP exam, so we want to make sure that we're taking the time to work on it. So what you'll do is you will read through the articles and answer the discussion questions that have been posted in Canvas. As part of your grade, not only will you need to answer the discussion question, but you will also need to respond to classmates' ideas in a constructive way. After the case studies, each chapter will have a quiz that will be posted on Fridays. You will have a quiz each Friday unless there's an exam or a holiday on that week. So all your quizzes will be posted in Canvas. The quizzes will consist of material from reading guides, your vocabulary list, the notes that we took in class, and the key concepts that we covered, and again, the case study that we just talked about. And then finally, at the end of each unit or the end of each topic, there will be a unit exam. So our exam days for science are Wednesdays and Fridays. So you will either have a test on Wednesday or Friday, and it will consist of 2 to 3 chapters. Again, it's all just depending on the content that we're covering. So these tests will be timed, and they will be made up of multiple choice questions, free response questions, and article analysis. And the goal here is we are going to start off with a few multiple choice questions and kind of build our way up to a larger amount so we can work on that timing for your AP exam. And again, if you have any questions about what we're doing or how we're going to do it, please feel free to ask your teacher anytime.